right, Mount Hood Territory fans, it is a beautiful day out here in Oregon's Mount Hood Territory. We are live in Canby at Swan Island Dahlias, and you can see behind me, it is beautiful, the fields are open, and it is awesome, ready for you to come out and enjoy, and I am joined with Heather. By Heather, some word there. I am joined by Heather, who's actually one of the family members that owns this amazing farm, and they're excited because they're gearing up for their 90th annual Dahlia Festival. Tell us what's going on, because this is amazing.
So right now you're looking at almost 40 acres of dahlias coming into full bloom. Fields opened on August 1st and will stay open through the whole month of August and September, weather permitting, but we are open through the end of September. I
think the weather's going to be perfect. I mean, it is a gorgeous day, and their forecasts are calling for some great weather coming up. But you guys have a long history out here. I mean, this isn't something new. I mean, you guys have been around forever. And I mean, you're celebrating a milestone this year.
We are, 90 years. So we originated back on Swan Island in Portland, which is where the name comes from, which is very confusing for a lot of locals. We're not on Swan Island, obviously, we're in Canby. But in the 1940s, they slowly moved out this direction. They actually were south of Canby, moved into this property a little later on, and my family took it over in the 1960s.
All right. And I mean, there's a lot of history here, and it's a lot of fun to see that, this family who, you guys have this love and this passion for these flowers, and you know, you're not just growing stuff, you're coming up with new varieties.
We are. We introduce about 10 every year. It takes about 5 years. We let the bees do the pollinating. So they create those little seeds that are in the seed pods. Then we plant about 100,000 seed, and each one of those will be completely unique.
Wow.
Because the bees have done all the cross-pollinating, the busy bees. And then we take those seeds, grow them the first year, pick out the favorites, probably 1,000, grow those a second year, get down to 10 about 5 years later where we introduce them. So every year we have first year, second year, third year, fourth years, and fifth year. So it's a little bit of a process.
Do you know what's going to happen, or is it just totally, hey, this is what the bees gave us this year? I mean, is there any planning with that?
There's a planning in the sense that we know the mother plant, where we picked that seed pod from, but we don't know where that bee is from.
Wow,
and where it's gone and cross-pollinated before that. So there are backyard busy people that are trying to develop dahlias that are Q-tipping pollen from variety to variety, but we just let the bees do it, and we pick seed pods from the varieties that we think are the strongest producers for tubers, for cut flowers, kind of what we're looking for. So if I pick seed pod from a red one, I might get some reds. Does not mean I'll get that variety. I might get something similar, or I might not get anything similar to it. It can kind of give us quite a variation. So it's really what the bees, the magic that they do.
Wow. So with 10 new varieties every year, how many different varieties are we looking at featuring this year at the festival?
We have a little bit over 360, so just a few over.
We've got a few different types over here, so I want to show off. One of the things that amazes me about dahlias is the fact that you can have two flowers that look completely different, but they're still called a dahlia. And if you see, this different bunch that we have here, the variety is amazing, from this big, massive, explosive lion's mane of a thing to this just awesome, cool pom-pom thing. These things are gorgeous, and the colors are different, the shapes are different, the sizes are different. Kind of walk us through what each of these are.
So most people generally call these a dinner plate dahlia. That's just referring to its size. It's not a true classification in the dahlia world. It would either be a double A in size or an A.
Oh, so it's not because I should eat it.
Right, exactly.
I was about to have some lunch. I haven't eaten yet. I'm hungry.
And then these guys are called a collarette because they have a little row of petals inside them, like a little collar.
Okay.
You can have like this, where it's called a single because it has no extra row of petals. You have things that are like this that are a cactus or a semi-cactus, depending on how spiky they are. You have things like this. It would be a water lily
I love that, the coloration on that. I mean, just zoom in on that, Molly, because I mean, you look at just the streaks of the bright, pinks and magentas there that go with the white. It really has this awesome contrast.
And this was introduced last year. It's called Picasso.
I like it.
Thought it fit the name.
I think it works.
And the fun thing about anytime you have a splashed variety or a bicolor like this, every bloom is different.
Okay.
So they're not all going to be perfectly painted like this. Some are going to be heavier painted, some are less painted, some could be solid. It's really kind of fun. This was on the cover of our catalog last year. It's called Frozen. We thought it was a perfect name for a beautiful big white.
Just don't let it go.
That's right, don't let it go. And this is a gorgeous dark red that we brought in from another grower called Holly Hill Black Beauty.
Wow.
So it's just amazing the different styles. We get them all the way down to 1 inch in diameter little balls, up to about 12 to 14 inches is the biggest across.
So 14-inch entire bloom.
Yep, entire bloom.
And you get more than just that one on an entire plant.
You
right?
will. It won't be blooming probably towards the end of August is when we'll start to see them. They're just not blooming yet. They take a little bit longer to develop the buds are about the size of my fist. I mean, it's crazy how big they are.
Okay, so the fields are open now. They open the 1st and they're through September. So you can come out and check it out free of charge.
Correct.
But the festival has so much more than that. Talk about the festival. When is that? What's going on with that?
So the festival is always Labor Day weekend and the weekend before. So this year it's August 27th, 28th, 29th, September 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And it runs Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's a little confusing for people. People think Friday, but Friday we're setting it. So come out on the weekend. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. we have a little over 400 floral arrangements indoors in 3 underground storage rooms that we turn into showcase rooms.
Why underground? Is that just for the climate control to keep the blooms fresh?
It's just what we have space-wise.
Oh, okay.
It's where we store the tubers in the winter.
Gotcha.
It's like a big vegetable cellar that turns into the showroom. There'll be live music 12 to 4 on those days. There's food vendors, wine, beer, and then the gorgeous fields just to walk through and enjoy. So definitely a time to come. Free parking, free admission, come and enjoy.
I know you guys also do, I mean, with a lot of those demonstrations, it shows the different types of flowers, but you also walk people through if they kind of want to bring some of this beauty home and grow some of their own, correct?
Right. That's why we like people to see it during the festival. They can see it up close in an arrangement, but they can also see the growth habit of the plant out in the field. So we always tell people, go see it in both places. Pick what you love, because you might fall in love with one versus the other, seeing it in different places, and then grow it in your yard and see what you think. They love full sun, lots of water during the summer, but they're really a full sun plant.
And you mentioned before, I mean, tuber, I mean, these things are actually kind of like the same family would be like potatoes or something.
Right, that's why we plant them in the spring and not the fall. They're not a bulb like an iris, a tulip, things that they are spring planted and not fall planted.
Okay.
And then they are a little bit later blooming. So you plant late April through May, and they're up within about 3 to 5 weeks. And then we have blooms starting late July, early August through fall.
Now, once they're done blooming and everything, do you actually pull them back out of the ground and store them again, or can you leave them there?
Most people can leave them in our climate. In harsher climates, they have to dig them. If they would freeze, you would have to dig and store them. They cannot freeze. They also can rot out. So there are areas in our area that are too wet and boggy that they could rot out, thinking kind of like a potato.
Okay.
So, but for most people, they can protect them. They can put plastic down over the ground in the fall or winter, throw some leaves or some extra dirt, and most people will have great success with them coming back every year. We dig all of these fields because that's what we're selling.
Wow.
So everything we're looking at here will be just plain old dirt this winter. It takes us about 2.5 months to dig all this.
And you heard her say it, that they actually sell these, so if somebody wants a little slice of this beauty at home, they can actually go to your website or call and order any of these varieties.
Correct. So these are all available to purchase. We would ship to you next spring, about the middle of April, and then you would plant late April through May and have these beautiful flowers blooming in your yard.
As gorgeous as this is, I have to say probably one of my favorite parts of the festival is the fact that it's free. You don't pay for parking, you don't pay to come in here, you don't pay for anything unless you buy some of the food. And that's because you guys aren't making the money off the festival. You're just sharing your love of the flowers.
We are.
The money's made by the fact that you guys are actually the largest single dahlia supplier in the world.
We are. Definitely, by size, we are the largest.
Wow.
Kind of a little hidden treasure. I come here every day and enjoy the beauty, but I think so many people haven't explored and found us or come. It's free. It's gorgeous. Bring a picnic. Come this time of year. It's amazing. During the festival, it's busy, but it's absolutely stunning to see the indoor displays. And then we had talked earlier of the Dahlia Run does come through here. There is a Canby Dahlia Run that comes through the first morning of the festival, Saturday, August 27th. It's at CanbyDahliaRun.com, and actually the half marathon comes right down this middle path and goes right out. It's amazing.
It's actually really cool because you get these people, I mean, they're out there in this race. They're going for time, their personal best, but you'll see them stop and actually take out their phones, take pictures, or get pictures with the flowers. So I mean, it's not too many races where you'll actually see people stop and get a picture. They're usually going for time. Here, it's so gorgeous here. You got to stop. I mean, how can you not just take in, in this case, smell the dahlias?
Yeah, exactly. I wish they had a scent. So, the fields are open. It's gorgeous. Come out and view. Come out and enjoy. We have an adorable gift shop. Lots of fun things in there. We're open 7 days a week. Definitely check us out.
I think we've got a question. Molly, shoot us what the question is.
How long does the festival last?
How long does the festival last?
Festival is just the 2 weekends. Saturday, Sunday, Monday on both weekends. The last weekend in August and Labor Day weekend. It runs 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And again, free of charge. Just, bring your wallet just so you can buy some stuff from the gift shop. It is absolutely adorable in there. Some great, unique, gifty items. Some stuff that you can send off to family members who didn't have the benefit of coming out here.
Take some cut flowers home with you. We do cut flowers.
Okay.
We start in July through September, maybe into early October, depending on the weather. We have a self-serve stand that's open 24 hours a day. You can come out, drop your money in the box, take the flowers and go, or you can pre-order for events, weddings. We cut about 10,000 stems a day, so 7 days a week. A lot of flowers going out of here, lots of choices.
So you said you've got almost 40 acres. How many actual individual flowers are growing out here?
I have no idea.
See, we can't even count that.
Millions.
That's how many it is. Millions of flowers. You can't even count that high. We could try to count, but we'd be here all day and I'd lose count past like 20. So, I mean, the fields are open. August 1st they open.
Yep.
They're open through September. The weather's gorgeous. Come out, make a weekend of it. Check out the lodging. We've got lodging all nearby. Oregon City, Canby. You've got all kinds of fun stuff to do on top of that. And it really is an amazing time. And where else can you see something so gorgeous? I mean, this is amazing. You guys have just a beautiful place here.
Thank you so much.
And the love and passion of what you do with the flowers really shows through. I mean, the fact that you create 10 varieties a year, that just blows my mind. I kill my grass and they're making new flowers.
We get to take the credit, but the bees do a lot of the work. We need those bees.
We love those bees.
Yes,
Busy
we
little
do.
buzzers.
We're a family-run business. I'm third generation, so come enjoy. We want you to come enjoy. Like I said, bring a picnic. Come enjoy the beauty.
Give us the website and address again so people can find you guys.
We're at dahlias.com, DAHLIAS.com. And in Canby, we're located at 995 Northwest 22nd Avenue.
You're just gonna be going down 99. You turn left on what road is that?
Turning right on Territory.
Oh, I came the other way.
You came
I
that
came from
way,
Oregon
so
State.
it depends.
Go west on Territory.
Correct.
And then you'll just see the signs. They've got great signage. Even I didn't get lost, which is a good sign. So they've got great signage. You find it out here. Plenty of parking. Again, it's all free. Check out the Dahlia Festival coming up later this month, the weekend before and the weekend of Labor Day weekend, all free. We'll be live next week, Wednesday, 12:30-ish. But first off, I want to thank you for having us out here. I'm always just happy to
Thank you so much.
have this use. This is gorgeous. I'm going to go check out some of the flowers, get some pictures, and we'll see you next week, Mount Hood Territory Live on Wednesday, 12:30-ish. See you next time.